Hey guys, another match here. On the draw against my opponent Full Puppy, just played him on Red Green Delirium. Our opener isn't bad, but it does have a free Serum Powder option. City Traders plus Candelabra is mana positive, so I would have 4 mana turn 2, but it doesn't really get anywhere. No green for the repurpose, so I'm going to powder this one, I think. This one's no good. This is fine. I mean, it's good if the Sol Ring resolves, but that's always a question in a format that has misstep. So we'll go ahead and keep. I think Null Drift is probably the option to get rid of. It's either Null Drift or Probe, but given we've already got a big 7 drop to ramp our way up to, I think I'm happy to just drop the Null Drifter and reveal our Devourer. Thought Knot's appealing, but the Planar Nexus is going to turn this mine into a Soul Land, so I'd probably be silly to pass up on that. Let's grab the Nexus. Given we've got 2 pretty mana intensive threats, I think prioritizing the mana is right there. Okay. Hieroglyph, Couple's Forest, Malevolent Rumble, Haywire Might, Fear of Missing Out, Forest. I'm not sure if they're going to go FOMO or Rumbling next turn. I guess I'll just play the Blistrom one either way. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm somewhat interested in holding it for turn 2, so if I knew they'd play FOMO this turn, I'd dismember it, untap, play Blistron 2, and then be pretty happy. But I think they're probably more inclined to Rumble first. Yeah, let's get the list down. They're also a decent chance they'll just Haywire Might the Sol Ring, so we might not have as much mana as we really think. There's a pretty good argument for any of these 3 plays here. Okay, they take the. I think this is probably the safest line. Getting rid of the 3-point card immediately is a pretty safe bet, so respect that. I'm definitely glad I didn't keep the Thought Knot over the Planar Nexus now. Okay. Let's just see what the Stirring drags in. Yeah, more fast mana is good, so Volt's nice, I could play it this turn, and that gives me outs to draw a land to play Devourer the following. Iovugan's also not bad, but it doesn't... Unfortunately, Eldrazi Confluence somehow isn't a Eldrazi tribal card, so this doesn't actually contribute to casting this next turn. We've got plenty of threats, so all his dust isn't really necessary. Let's just take the vault. Honestly, taking the Gemstone Caverns as just a guaranteed land isn't even that bad either. But if we can just hit a land and then play Devourer, we're in a pretty good spot. Does Rumble. Nice. They got Wildfire, Wickerfolk. I was just playing this card in limited. I love this card. It's if you can get Delirium online, this is absolutely constructed power level card, and they're already there. So they took the Goyf. So the hand is just a Pyrogoyf that we know about. It's going to resolve. I'm a bit concerned about this Pyrogoyf coming down as a 5/6. Well, let's untap and see what happens. We've got a lot of ways to kill creatures, so we really, at this point, we're just trying to line up the right removal with the right threat. Blast. Delirium, that's a good one. So Devourer does exile notably, so if we were to go like Delirium, exile this, attack in, then the Pyrogoyf can't kill Devourer, and then we can dismember the Pyrogoyf. It'll end up eating the Ballista, but that's not the end of the world. I think that's a line we'll take. We definitely can't let the Pyrogoyf stick around, because he's also got a Tarmogoyf, so if he's able to go Pyrogoyf into Tarmogoyf and just start goyfing us, it's scary. I actually really like the Delirium take on Red Green Stompy with the new Goyf package from the Commander set. They're just obviously filling your graveyard and playing Tarmogoyfs is already a good plan, and now there's even more reason to do it with your Pyrogoyf, Barragoyf if you're in black. Yeah. Very cohesive, very powerful. I like what this deck's doing a lot. Keynote Curator. Yeah. I think we're still sticking to trying to line up the Dismember on the Pyrogoyf, so let's untap. Um, yeah, let's say no this turn. I think I'm going to use my mana pretty effectively, given the options we have. I think I just want to... My first instinct was to go Confluence, kill both of these, make a Scion, attack with both. It's not bad, but it's also not the best use of a Confluence when we can just uptick Ballista, attack with the Devourer, and then just save the Confluence for one of his next threats. Let's just put a counter on Ballista and be relatively happy. Dismember still nicely lines up with Pyroglyph, and if they're able to get one more type in the grave, then I can at least Ballista Ping to cover that. So we can kill up to a X6 if they somehow put 2 more. Okay, this is artifacts already covered, so this is no more new types. That's good. Actually, I'm going to take this here. I believe the Pyroglyphs trigger is going to look at last known information, and it's going to be a minus. Oh, they're actually not doing this. Okay. Are they just going in on the key? No. Okay. It needs 4 or more card types on card. And it comes a 7/7. So I guess they're going to get up to a 7/7 either way, because they can just retarget the Haywire Might, which is going to get 2 types, and then just pick something else, maybe a land. That's fine. You got it. It's pretty nice. I hadn't considered this card when you can also target things that have 2 types. So if you target like a Tarfire and an artifact creature, then it's only 2 mana to get up to 7/7. It's pretty impressive. Flash rate. So I can just try and use the Dismember as a combat trick, so still attack with Devourer. Alternatively, I can just kill this off with the Confluence. I wonder if I have a kill here. Using Eldrazi Confluence to pump your own thing can sometimes turn to a lot more damage than you might expect, but I don't think this is one of those situations. It was interesting my opponent chose this line over just Pyroglyphing. I played around this Dismember extremely well by doing so. So I'm a bit concerned that if I do attack with Devourer, spend the Dismember, and then they Pyroglyph my Ballista next turn, I still have 5 mana, it's not too bad. Or 4 mana. Yeah, so I can still Confluence down the Pyroglyph. Yeah, okay, let's attack. I think I might just hold on to using the Confluence end of turn. Yeah, let's do that. It's kind of tempting to play the Flesh Raker out first, because then you get a bunch of extra damage off of the Scions entering. But I really want to make sure I've got access to a fair bit of mana next turn. And if I play the Flesh Raker, it's just going to get eaten up by the Pyroglyph, so I'd rather the Pyroglyph just kill Ballista and we move on. So 4/5. Alright, I'm so used to a lot of the new Delirium things just counting their graveyard, like Netherglyph, but does count my instant. That doesn't kill it. Okay. Oh, exiling a Minsk, wow. So, given this, I think I want to. I still want to kill the Paraglyph because they still got. Their last card is Glyph, so that represents another ping. I think I'm going to go double shoot Paraglyph and flicker Devour to keep it alive. And then I guess I'll just ping them for one. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm going to attack for 6. Their Glyph's going to come in. It's not going to be a great blocker. I'm going to have to jump, and then 30 now. I'm going to probably put something else into play this turn. So fair concession. Against this deck, happy to bring in a Relic, Ugin, Breaker, Special Contortion, Battlescape. Do these 5. Cut the Candelabra, the Ugin, the Null Drifter, and the Khan, and the Eternal Scourge. This is how I sideboarded last time I played. So check out my previous video if you want to see the rationale for why I've chose these cards to bring in and take out. Mostly just try to play to the board with these and take out the things that are slow or grindy that won't either catch us up or effectively play to the board. Ugin 6 mana doesn't either kill something when it comes in, but often gets cleaned up after it does that. If it's 6 mana upticks to make a 2/2, that's not particularly great either. Null Drifter 7 mana 4/4 doesn't really cut it. And then Khan on the draw against aggro decks, I'm usually quite happy to cut it just because it dies to a bolt or gets cleaned up by aggressive creatures. Looks like my opponent's sideboarding a little bit differently. They also just subscribed to my channel. Thank you, for Puppy. I just saw that. Appreciate the subs. If anyone else is watching and is enjoying the content, maybe consider subscribing or liking. I don't know what it does. I'm not actually a YouTuber, but if you want to, then go for it. I've really been enjoying this deck, and yeah, it's fun to talk through the lines and go back and look at the matches afterwards and find things I hadn't thought of at the time. So I think it's a good way to not only articulate how to play the deck well, but also to come back and review your own games and see things from almost from a different perspective when you're looking at it from the outside looking in. Alrighty, this opener is pretty easy mull. Needs to draw a land to do anything on turn 3, and that's just not where we want to be. Really can't be keeping hands that don't have fast mana or doing something broken. Your card quality is a lot worse than colored decks, so if you're not casting more mana value worth of cards than your opponents, then your hand's probably not going to be winning. I think a lot of people play bots or Eldrazi or similar fast mana decks and just keep hands that are functional but not exciting, and I don't think it's a good way to play it. I think you want to keep hands that look like this. I know it's easy to say I've drawn such a nice hand, but yeah, the good hands are so much better than the mediocre hands that you just need to try and find them. Let's see, how do I want to play this? I could drop the Cradle. So obviously turn 1 I'm going to go Seiju, Sol Ring, Monolith. I could play Matter Reshaper. It's actually quite good as a blocker against what they've got going on. And then I would follow up with Cradle Thought Knot. Given I want to like block with the Reshaper as well, the Cradle's a little bit too risky of a mana source. I don't know. On the other hand, if I just do the Seiju, Sol Ring, Monolith, Matter Reshaper, and I don't draw a land the following turn, putting Cradle on the bottom, then I'm unable to cast either of my nice 4-drops. Tough hand. I like the Micro Spawn because it can get Saga, which is like a game plan in itself. So the Saga would be really nice with the Sol Ring and the Grim Monolith to pump out some powerful constructs. And Thought Knot's obviously a great early play. Tough to say which is the right one. Leave a comment, let me know how you'd like to, which card you put back from this hand. I'm struggling. I'm about to time out. Let's do the Micro Spawn. I'm so unsure. Yeah, Micro Spawn. Having drawn something big, I kind of wish I kept Micro Spawn, but what are you going to do? If Reshaper does die, then I'm hoping either it's a land on top and I get to put it right into play, or the following card's also a land to give me a couple looks at 4th mana to put onto play. And if they just do something to progress their board, then I'm pretty happy as well. I guess I am glad I kept the Cradle in the end, to slowly work my way up to Ulamog. If next turn I thought not anything that could remove or could interact with my artifacts or kill my creatures, then Nature's Claim, brutal. Okay, well now all my plans are out the window. That Sol Ring is pretty necessary in this hand. Good draw Relic, happy to see that. I won't crack it just yet, but I'm definitely inclined to crack it end of my opponent's turn. Just kind of do need to rebuild from this point. These Cradle hands, when they interact early, are pretty sketchy. Like if they just kill this now and it finds another expensive thing, then I might not be casting another spell this game. Okay. Well, wish I left my Matter Shaper back, but next turn I'll definitely leave it back and try and offer the trade here. Again, very awkward to trade when like it just turns my Cradle off, but I do need to keep going through my deck to find the next land. Like if this just turns into a land, then the trade's good. Yeah, we just need to get through the deck and see what we can find. It's a little tempting to hold the relic, but I just need to find something kind of soon. That's good. Invasion? Yeah, definitely need to leave this back to keep the invasion. Oh, okay. Yep, that'll happen. Yeah, definitely relicking now. Hoping they don't have Strip Mine Wasteland in their deck to fetch off of this. Don't think they have any other battles, so I'm guessing it's getting a land here. Maybe an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traders to power out something big. Maybe their own Cradle. A lot of people are scared to play Cradle in decks that aren't like specifically elves, where it's clearly like insane. But I really do like it in decks that are putting a few creatures into play. Buff Besaidu, pretty nice. Oh, gets Arena. Yep. Jeez. Right, let's float with this. Let this go. Not redirecting. Yep. Yours is mine. Yeah, I'll crack now. I could draw like a Dismember and be pretty happy to cast it. Okay. That's a great draw. That's pretty great, actually. So, hopefully we just thought, alright, I have no cards now. Well, I was still going to play this as a 4/4 blocker. I guess they did use all their cards, huh? This is good now that I can go next turn, play Talisman, untap Grim, and then the following turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm only one short of Ulamog at that point. So if I draw a land the next 2 turns and my Thought Knot stays around and the Grim doesn't get touched, then so opponent disconnected and came back and then quit the match. So I guess that was that. I think our plan was pretty good just to have Ulamog in 2 turns. So yeah, bit of a weird ending, but still a good match. I'll put it up still. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.